Hey, what's up? What's going on? It's Mary Jane. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please like the video. Please share the video. Please, from the bottom of my heart, I would greatly appreciate it, my peeps, my peoples. So, anyways, we are going to be talking about Love and Hip Hop, Season 6, Episode 10. And we get right into it. Stevie J is with Jocelyn. He gets to take a picture of his daughter. He gets to hold his daughter. She's beautiful. Bonnie Bella is beautiful, basically. She got a head full of hair just like a mama. So anyways, Stevie J, he goes home. His daughter, both of his older daughters are there, and they're like, what is all this stuff? Because Stevie J is coming home with all these baby stuff, all diapers, child proofing gadgets, basically stuffed animals, toys. And it was like, oh, so what's good? And so Stevie's just like, oh, the baby's gonna be coming home here, blah, and the third. And they're like, so does that mean Jocelyn's coming here too? He goes, I don't really know about that yet, but right now we're just trying to hold it down. I'm just trying to be a father, basically. But Jocelyn also tells Stevie J that she wants him to be a part of his daughter life and support her, and then everything will be cool, everything will be good. It seems like they're gonna make up, basically. So anyways, his daughters is not feeling all this goo goo gaga eyes and that Stevie J has, basically. And they're asking him, so does Eva know about the baby, whatever? And Stevie J is like, nah, I didn't tell Eva yet, or whatever, but she did know Jocelyn was pregnant, but she didn't know that it came out to be my child. And Bonnie and Eva has a little sister on the way, basically. So he's gonna have to talk to Eva about that and see how she feels, and he's gonna try to maneuver a way where Eva is happy about having a little sister, basically, and she can be a big sister. So anyways, the kid, his daughter's like, I hope you're not gonna have any more kids. He was like, nah, I'm good, whatever. But Stevie J seems happy. He's gonna child-proof the house, basically, and everything. So his daughter's asking him questions. Is he gonna get back with Jocelyn or anything like that? And he's like, I don't know what the future holds. So basically, I'm reading his behavior. It seems like, yes, he's going to get back with her because maybe she's showing a different side, and plus he probably love her. And he said he's not going to forget the negative things that she has said about him and his daughter Eva, but he's going to try to move forward because he has to move forward, basically. And his daughter's like, are we going to get an apology, all of us down the line? And Stevie J says, in a perfect world, yes, that is, I wish that could happen. I wish that can happen, basically. But with Jocelyn, you're dealing with a different case. You're dealing with a different type of female, different type of beast, basically. And so he was like, I hope that does happen. So basically, his daughters want an apology. And basically, if Jocelyn does apologize, maybe she could be welcomed back home, basically. But we already know Mimi has filed a restraining order against Jocelyn, which is on Bossa. So anyways, moving forward, basically, and Stevie J is about to child-proof the house, basically, and his daughters are playing with the stuffed animals. And Stevie J says, you guys are too old to play with stuffed animals. You better learn how to hold babies and change diapers, motherfuckers, because I'm gonna need your helping hand, baby. So anyways, we get to Tammy and the Bam. The Bam looks good. The Bam looks good. So anyways, they're in this nice house. I don't know whose house it is. I think it's Tammy's house. They're drinking wine. On all these reality shows, everyone's drinking. So if anybody ever had an alcohol problem or alcoholic and they like reality TV, they can't watch it because all they do is fucking drink. So anyways, they talking, and Tammy, it's like, me and Walker not together right now, but he wants to take me out on a date and all this other stuff, but I don't want to be broken again. I don't want to be hurt again. And so he's been begging for me to go out with him, so I'm gonna go out with him and and see what happens with that, see where it goes. I know he loves me, and I've been lonely without him. And then the Bam is like, well, me and Scrappy's over, it's over. And the Bam is like, Scrappy's always double teaming her, bringing his whole goddamn family around when they're having problems, and she just can't handle it. She just can't deal with it. And so basically Tammy's like, well, you gotta get back to yourself. You gotta get back to yourself, Bambi. You gotta be back in these streets. You gotta run these Atlanta streets, basically. When I was depressed with Waka, whatever, I had to get out the house. I had to do things, basically, and you're gonna have to do the same thing. So then basically what throws me off is when Bambi says that Waka and Tammy, she idolized their relationship, and they went all the way through and got married. Bambi, if you idolize Waka and Tammy relationship, then you should be happy with Scrappy, basically, because Waka's more of a piece of shit than Scrappy when it comes to being in a relationship, because these guys are not piece of shits. It's just that they're not good at being in a serious, committed relationship with women, basically. They like to be free. They like to fly. So basically, that threw me off when Bambi was like, I look up to Tammy and Waka. Did you see what Waka been doing to Tammy? Do you see how Tammy keeps taking him back no matter what he does? Come on, Bam. So anyways, it's off. So there's no Scrap and there's no Bam. OMG. Where are we going to eventually be seeing Bam next season, or she's going to be on more episodes? So anyways, it is what it is. Then we get to Jock and Treasure P, basically. So Jock is like, he's figuring that only a few people knew about him and Tommy, Tommy, basically, and whatever. So he feels like it is Treasure P that's been going around running her mouth, and basically got Jock caught up at the club last weekend when he was doing a comedy set, and all his bitches walked in, and it was about to be a melee. So anyways, so Jock confronts her, and basically she goes, well, I did have to tell her. I felt it was my duty to tell Cena, basically, and basically, she's your baby mother and she loves you and you love her and you always act like you're in love with her and everything. So I didn't think it was wrong for me to say anything. It's like, I didn't want to be lying. I didn't want to be two-faced. And it's just like, you need to start messing with better bitches and stop messing with the bitches that you was messing with, them crazy, stinking, low-down, dirty bitches that you're messing with. You messing with Carly Red, you're messing with Tommy, you're messing with Cena and all this other stuff, and you run around town and you throwing it up in Cena's face and all that other stuff. That shit ain't right. That is so messed up. If you don't want me here, I'll leave anytime you want me here, if you don't want me here at all. But I'm not trying to be a lie. I'm not trying to be a fake friend or anything like that. I just felt it was my duty, my obligation to tell Cena what was going on. That's how basically fast that bitch was talking. And then Jock says, it's none of your business what I be doing, basically. You work here and that's what you're supposed to be doing. You shouldn't be worrying about who I'm fucking or who I'm with, basically. You need to mind your business. I'm not down with that shit. I'm not down with that. I'm not down with you going around spreading my business around. I'm not down with you telling everybody what I'm doing, and your job is to be an intern and an assistant and not to be a couples counselor, basically. And so basically Treasure P was like, Tommy ain't no good, and I don't like that bitch because she threw a grape at me, whatever, and we started fighting, so I had to tell Cena what was going on, basically. So anyways, that was it. And Jock said, I don't care about none of that shit, bitch. Get the fuck out. So basically Cena said, Treasure P says, I'm not gonna be somewhere where I'm not wanted. Peace, deuces, basically. And then Treasure goes, you can stay with them convicts and them felon ass bitches that you're messing with, them low class bitches. She said, you go ahead and deal with them convicts and them felons, them low down dirty bitches. And she was talking so fast. And Jock was just like, okay, this is too much. So then we get to the scene of the studio. We get young Jock. We get Stevie J, we get Scrap, and we get Gunplay. I like Gunplay. He has done a lot of interviews. You got to watch some of his interviews. He's very cool, very down to earth, and he has a lot of knowledge, even though it doesn't seem like it, but he's a really smart guy. If you listen to some of his interviews, I know he comes off as a thug. Well, he is a thug. So anyways, basically Gunplay song is playing. It's called Boxing with My Demons. I'm boxing with my demons. That's why my hand's bleeding or whatever. So it almost reminds me of that song by Miles playing Tricks on Me by Scarface. But anyways, Boxing with My Demons. Everyone is giving Gunplay accolades, telling him, yo, you got a hit on your hand. And Stevie J says you got a hit on your hand. And then Gunplay is like, yo, I really appreciate that from you. So we all know Gunplay's from Miami. And we find out that Scrap is going to be going to Miami. So is Gunplay going to be on this show? Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and Miami? We'll see. Anyways, I think Gunplay is a good character to be on the show because he's down to earth, he's cool, he's funny, he likes to make jokes. I like the way he raps too, especially when he did a couple of Tupac songs like way back then or whatever. Carrying My Pistol on My Dashboard, all that trap music. So anyways, it was good to see Gunplay because I haven't seen him in a while. I haven't seen him in like 2 years, I think, on like interviews or whatever. So anyways, they congratulate Stevie on his daughter, and he's like, yeah, Blase in the third, I got my daughter, and this and that. And so, Scrappy saying that he's going to Miami to live there, and he's going to be throwing a Bachelor bash. Basically, he's inviting all the guys to be there, and he wants Gunplay to perform. And then Stephen J says he has a new artist. Her name is Panama Princess, and he wants her to also perform, or he's gonna introduce her basically to the guys. And it was like, oh, here we go, Stevie, you went from the Puerto Rican princess to the Panama princess basically. And so then they took the Panama goddess basically, Panamanian goddess, I believe. And so Stephen J is like, yeah, that's what it is or whatever. So basically, Jock tells everybody what's going on with his relationship. When he was at the club, at the comedy club, girls start to almost fight over him. So Gunplay says, so you had a mini melee, a minor melee basically. And then Gunplay was like, I'll definitely go to Scrap's Bachelor bash, but I'm with my wifey and I'm trying to be faithful, but I'm going to definitely turn up for Scrap. And we learned that Scrap and Gunplay are friends. They used to go way back. They did songs together. I did not know that. So anyways, it's good. So then we get to Mama D. Mama D is going to look for Ernest because Ernest hasn't been home in 2 or 3 fucking days. And she don't know where her man is at. And she wants to know where her man's at. So basically, she goes to find Ernest at his mom's house, basically. And then, Mama D says, what kind of woman leaves Palm Beach, Florida, to move into this hood condo, this rusty hood ghetto condo, basically covered with roaches? Mama D is foul. She goes, who in their right mind would do that? And so basically, Mama D's walking with her dog. She's telling her dog to be careful. You don't want no roaches crawl up in your fur. Mama D's so bad. She said, we don't want no roaches crawling up in your fur. You got that good fur. So basically, Mama D's like, what type of woman would leave the comforts of Palm Beach to a rusty old ghetto condo, basically? So anyways, Mama D finds Ernest basically, but she tells her little dog, don't eat nothing I didn't buy you because I don't want you to get sick. Basically, she's just dissing this condo, whatever. So it kind of looks rugged on the outside, but once we go inside this condo, it looks beautiful, it looks nice, it looks up to date. It's in the woods, so basically it's probably in a good area where you don't hear loud music, gunfighting, you don't hear police trucks, ambulance trucks, and all that bullshit that I hear, because I live right near the city, right downtown. So anyways, basically Ernest and, Mama D get into it because Ernest is up his mother's ass, basically. And, Mama D's on that shit, just like she's in her kid's business and she's in Ernest's business. One thing that Mama D needs to respect is that a lot of people don't have their mother that's living, you know what I mean? For Ernest to be as old as he is and as old as his mom is, to still be living and have a sound mind is something beautiful. And you should bask in that. Mama D, basically, instead of hating, because what if your kids get a woman that don't want you around and you old and you need help around the house? Basically, you're gonna be hurting if you can't get up and drive and do all the stuff that you're doing now, and you need the attention of your children, basically. So anyways, Mama D feels like Ernest's mother is trying to replace her husband with Ernest, which is not true. They probably got a close bond, and basically his mom needs help, and he's gonna turn his back on his mother? What is he gonna let strangers take care of his mother when something could possibly happen? Because people ain't sound mind today that be working with the elderly. And like Ernest said, my mom's is elderly, basically. So Mama D is like, well, I be fucking you and I be squeezing them balls or whatever. And so Ernest says, I love you, but I love my mother more, bitch. And basically, Mama D's calling him out, saying he's no good, this and that, you need to be here doing this, whatever. And so Ernest is like, you don't appreciate me. My mom appreciates the things that I do. All you do is drive me crazy, and make my high blood pressure go up. She probably put that man in the hospital, basically. So anyways, Mama D feels like she's going to bounce and she's going to leave Ernest. She's going to get a new house and she's going to move on. She's moving on up. So anyways, then we get to Carly. Carly meets up with Rashida and she meets up with Tammy. Basically, did you see Carly pink pumps? Them pumps were gorgeous. So anyways, Carly meets up with them basically, and they talk about the same old bullshit. They talk about, so basically Carly lets everybody know that, Arian was fucking Melissa back in the day, and then Mimi is fucking with Melissa basically, but Carly's not actually saying that, so they're putting it two to two together that, okay, this is what's going on basically. And so that's why we haven't seen Mimi or Melissa. Basically Carly lets them know that, she and Cena's been friends from way back, way before Cena had babies by Jock basically, and they get together to go after Tommy basically, and everybody to go after Tommy because Tommy's been messing with Jock. And basically Tammy and Rashida say it's a get back. So when you get what you deserve basically. Tammy's like, you did it to her, now she's doing it to you. You took Scrap away, now she's taking Jock away basically. And it was like, it ain't nothing but get back, whatever. And it was like, Carly, you kind of deserve it basically. And then Carly brings up, Dime and Tammy get into it, whatever. And then Carly also says, don't even be Tommy's friend, Blase in the third or whatever. So Carly tells him that she rolled up on Tommy and Jock at the comedy club, and she said this and she said that. Luckily there was security because Carly would have got her ass beat, and they all know that. So they was like, oh, what did you say, Carly? Carly was like, I said this about her. I'm gonna run her out of Atlanta, god damn it. And she ain't nothing but a devil, and she ain't nothing but a trap basically. So anyways, we move on from that. Then we get Mama D. Mama D looks nice. Mama D looks healthy. Her skin looks good. Her teeth looks good. Her hair looks good. She looks good. So anyways, basically we get Scrap and his mom meet up at the restaurant, whatever. She almost chokes on ice or chokes on her teeth or whatever. And basically Scrap tells her that he's moving to Miami, whatever. He's having a bachelor bash and she's invited. Basically she's not too happy about him bouncing and all this other good stuff. So basically, what's his name? Scrap tells his mom that he met up with Kurt, and Kurt has a baby on the way. Kurt has a baby out here in these streets basically, and basically him and Rashida are not doing well. They're not doing good. Shit is going bad for them. Kurt said that he feels like he's Jesus because Rashida keeps putting him to the fire, and basically he doesn't know if he still loves her basically because she hasn't been sleeping with him. She treats him like the nanny. She treats him like the maid. And basically he was laughing about the DNA test. He don't really want to take that DNA test because a kid might be him. That little whippersnapper might be, Kurt. So that's probably why he doesn't want to take the DNA test, basically. And he laughed about it. And so basically Mama D takes all this information to Miss Shirley, and Miss Shirley is pissed off. So we already know now, once Kurt find out that this information came from Mama D, which she got it from Scrap, so we know now that Kurt and probably Scrap are going to be going at it again, basically. So anyways, Miss Shirley meets up with Mama D, and Mama D tells her everything that Scrap told her about Kurt. So basically it's gonna be on. It is what it is. And so Mama D also says that I can't believe Kurt tried this shit. I can't believe Kurt tried this shit. Princess Charm asked Kurt with an old side chick with a baby on the side. Basically, I can't believe he's talking about Princess Rashida. No. She did all her antics or whatever and her little confessionals, and she called Kurt Prince Charming ass, pregnated a side chick basically. So then we get to, so Mama D meets up with Miss Shirley. They talk, boom boom boom. So Miss Shirley is ready to put Kurt to the fire, and basically she wants him to have that DNA test. And so then we get Waka Flocka and we get Tammy. They meet up at the movie theater. It's a romantic date basically. Waka Flocka puts on a film, basically reminds us of their relationship, the good old times and all the things that they loved and cherished while they were once together basically. So Waka's asking for opportunity, another chance to get back with Tammy or whatever, Blase in the third. He goes, here's all my passwords, I would never do it again basically. He's gonna do it again. And then Tammy says that, I was broken. You broke me once. I don't want you to break me again. I don't want to feel broken anymore. But basically, if you say yes, you're going to be broken again. But anyways, I don't think she should throw her marriage away, but I don't think she should play this game that she's playing hard to get or anything like that. You know what I mean? she loves him, she's gonna forgive him anyway. Don't even try to stretch it out. You know what I mean? Let it be. So anyways, he asks if he can move back in. So he's going to Europe for a tour, and he asks Tammy if she wants to join. She says no, she can't, because she got business, she got money, she got money, she got money. So basically, so Waka Flocka was like, well, so will 2 weeks be enough time to let you know, for you to know if I can move back in, Blase in the third. So we'll see what happens. We probably already know. I told you so. She's gonna be with him. That's her man. She don't let him go. I wouldn't let my husband go. Oh no, not for no one night trick. And he didn't have no baby on you, so at least I think. So I would stay with him. So anyways, we get to Scrappy's party, basically, and we get Bobby V is performing. Bobby V needs a check from VH1 because he's always on here singing. Scrap is performing with Bobby V. Mama D is the host of the party. I have no idea why, but she is talented, and she is entertaining, and plus she is Scrappy mama. She is Scrappy's mama, and basically that is what it is. And so then Stevie J ends to do the Panama goddess, basically, to all the people that are at Scrappy's party. Everybody's there except for Tommy and Jocelyn and Kurt. But other than that, everybody else is there. Melissa's not there, and Mimi is not there, or Arian. The rest of the niggas are there, basically. So anyways, Stevie J introduced her, whatever, and they trying to find out if it's just fucking, is a real relationship, is it real, like, music business, whatever. Then they congratulate Stevie on his daughter Rashida and Tammy, basically. And so Rashida said, I'm so glad you're owning up to your daughter. I wish my man would own up to my daughter, basically, own up and get a DNA test, basically. And she's feeling like, damn, I wish my husband would do this and get a DNA test or whatever. So anyways, Jock is sitting down chilling, whatever, and then Treasure P comes up and grab him, and Scrap goes, you know, Jock is having a hell of a week. Jock is getting hunted down by his intern / assistant. He got Carly, he got Cena, he got Tommy. Now he's mentoring and shit. So basically, you know, Treasure P, she sits down, she apologized to Jock, and she gets on her knees and she begs for her job back in front of everybody. Jock feels bad because Jock loves women, and Jock is not a type of person that likes to down or make a woman cry, basically. So he goes, I'll give you another chance as long as you mind your business and stay in your lane. It's all good. So he gets another chance. I'm glad he did that. I'm glad she got on her knees and she apologized. She realized that if she wasn't working with Jock, she won't be on the show, because Cena's barely on the show. So who would Treasure be filming with? So basically, so she gets her job back. She shows up on Monday, keep her mouth closed and stay out the business. And Jock is also considering it because she has done a good job, basically, while she was there. And so he appreciates that, but he don't appreciate her in the business. I guess he kind of understands that she was seen a friend and she felt obligated to, but for now on, keep your mouth closed. And plus, Jock understands that she's young-minded, she's a young girl. She hasn't had no life experience. So anyways, so Miss Shirley gets on stage. Mama D calls Miss Shirley up. Miss Shirley comes up and she's looking for Kurt. Kurt's nowhere around. Kurt didn't show up. He didn't get the fucking memo, or he did get the memo and he didn't show up. And so basically, on a silver platter, she has 2 DNA tests for Scrappy and Jock to give to Kurt, since he's a sucker and he won't show up. And then, you know, Mama D's like, where's that maggot? Where's that maggot? Where's that maggot? And they got the people in the audience screaming, DNA test. And, you know, Jock is embarrassed. Scrappy's embarrassed. Stevie's embarrassed. Rashida's embarrassed. And she was like, I knew my mother, if she get up with Mama D, she's gonna do some crazy shit. So Rashida and Tammy exit the club immediately for the shame and the distaste that was displayed about her relationship on stage and on Love and Hip Hop, basically. So anyways, Jock is laughing too, though, because Jock laughs at shit, basically. So anyways, Jock said, what am I gonna do, Miss Shirley? To call Kurt up and say, hey, there's some chicks up here with a silver platter of DNA tests. You want to come by and take one or whatever? And Jock goes, that's what Kurt would do to him, hang up the phone. So anyways, so Miss Shirley put the DNA on silver platters, basically. So we'll see what happens next week. It looks like it's going to be more entertaining. So anyways, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please like the video and please share it. From the bottom of my heart, Mary Jane, I'm out, my people.